Tuesday night, so we're playing our Scion 2nd Edition Chronicle. Getting started a bit late tonight. It's been a ordeal today. I've had technical issues on my side. We've got somebody stuck at work. We had somebody stuck in traffic. We've got somebody stuck on their phone because their internet's down. It's just... We're here.
We will persevere!
The world was saying no, and we're like, yes.
And we were saying, but we have a streak. We haven't missed a game yet.
Yeah. World said no. My first response was, the world can go fuck itself.
Oh, there's our one F-bomb of the night.
We get one. I think that's an appropriate use for it.
Alright. Yeah. So last session, I believe y'all finished beating up at a sick old man?
Yeah, at the beginning of the session.
Well, how long should that have taken? I mean, yeah, seriously. He's one sick old man.
Mm-hmm.
But you got back to Nebraska. Found out some crap had gone down while y'all were gone.
Yeah, no kidding.
All of Connor's hired help, kind of mercenary band he put together, or beaten up and then recruited, seem to be missing. I think one or two of them are for sure known to be dead, and the rest of them, they've really got no idea.
Mm-hmm.
All of your residences, other than Connor's, secret ones, were being guarded by a security company called the Varangian Guard, which of course are related to the Varangian Band. That's the other band, Scion band in town. They were put on guard duty basically after your people got taken out. It's the other band. Watch out for you. Apparently there had been some commotion with werewolves while you were gone. Up in the north part of the city. Details are a little sketchy.
All the werewolves.
We missed all the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You had the wild hunt. They didn't have the wild hunt. Y'all shared the cyclopses. Y'all shared the fish people. I don't know.
Why do I get the feeling that the werewolves were the security team?
Or the security team was eaten by them.
But you had your celebratory dinner, or plate of nachos, at Rubicon.
Celebratory plate of nachos. Hell yeah.
Nachos can be a full meal.
But when you let loose about the Scion over in Belgium dying, your waitress got quite upset, and then Talarius got quite nosy. And you discovered she had a look-alike in the basement of the Rubicon. In kind of your typical Sleeping Beauty or Snow White pose, just, clasping a spear.
Mm-hmm.
Snow White would have been a lot more badass of a story if she had a spear.
Honestly.
Yeah. If she was like y'all, she'd just stab the old woman, sick old looking woman, and been done with it.
She probably should have.
Yeah, she really should have.
But, so following your little discovery, you found out that the dead Scion Jack, that was his sister down in the bottom of the Rubicon, and Kathy, your favorite waitress, is her fetch. And a fetch is, depending on which version of the story you hear, either a spirit or a fae. That it looks exactly like you, and when you see it, it's a prediction of your death. Basically, you're going to die soon. Antony let you know that the woman was poisoned, and where she lay sleeping down there, it's halted the poison. Nothing can be done about it, though. She's sort of fate-bound to die, combating some sort of enemy. Let's see. That was the big dramatic something.
Oh, yes. Big dramatic something.
And Sasha had she had taken the ingredients that y'all had been running around the globe, or running around Europe fetching, to the tree spirit,
Kodama.
Who probably started gargling with him. swooshing around in her mouth. She started threatening something about an axe. It didn't seem like a wise idea to threaten a god when, you're asking it for help. Whatever. Do what you Egyptians do.
There's a walk like an Egyptian joke in here somewhere, but I can't think of one right now.
I don't know. Maybe if you change the wording, chop like an Egyptian. But anyway, I believe you were supposed to meet the Kadama the next morning.
Yes.
Yep. But she will be there, like, waiting, like, okay? Where are you at?
4 in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Nah. She's like, I ain't got anything else to do. Let's go.
The Kadama's up in the tree. Do you know what time it is? I said in the morning. It's still night.
Technically, it's morning. It's morning somewhere.
How far away is the truck?
They should be in town sometime today.
Yeah, Connor will. When Sasha's like, "Hey, where are you at?" Connor's like, "All right, I'll be there in a second."
Well, she would have probably said, I will be there probably at the crack of dawn. Threatening the Kadamas.
Please don't do that. We still need them.
Is it Kodama plural? Or is it just like one spirit in there?
There's a lot.
Okay.
They are
That's
legion.
what I thought.
Yeah. If you've seen Princess Mononoke.
Yes. The little spirit thingies.
Yeah.
Cool.
But he'll show up around that same time.
Okay. So y'all are there before dawn. You don't see hide nor hair of the Kadama until the sun starts cracking over the horizon.
Okay.
Then it
Or
comes
it shows up
climbing
at,
down
like,
the tree. It kind of stretches when it gets to the ground. It scratches its side a little bit.
Does its morning yoga.
Kind of turns and faces the sun for a few minutes. You can see that it's still sloshing stuff around in its mouth.
Basking in the
Sasha-
sunlight.
Yeah, Sasha won't say anything, but she'll be thinking it really loud.
When it finishes its morning meditations, it turns, kind of bows to greet Connor. And I guess Sasha by extension since they're standing together.
Flips off Sasha.
So how's that medicine looking?
It tilts its head back slightly and cracks its mouth open.
A little too literal.
It
So
holds up one
almost
finger,
done?
slishes a few more times, turns its head and spits. Starting out
Into what?
just over on the ground.
I had a bowl.
And creeping to the Kopesh.
Alright. He'll go pick it up and put it in the bowl.
Oh no, it was liquid. It spit
Liquid.
out.
Oh.
Yeah, you look over there. The only thing over there is, grass and the peach pit it spit out the day before.
Oh.
As you watch, the peach pit splits open, roots embedded in the ground, and before your eye, a little 6-foot peach tree grows up. With one beautiful, perfect peach.
That the medicine, I take it?
Yes, feed each of them a slice.
Okay. And he'll
Refrigerate the rest after you've cut it.
Pardon?
It'll keep a little longer that way.
Could it be used on someone poisoned?
If anyone else is cursed like your grandparents are cursed, yes. Other curses, I make no guarantees.
That's unfortunate.
Well, honestly, I make no guarantees about your grandparents. It should work, but, Magic is, it's not referred to as the mystic sciences, it's referred to as the mystic arts, so, it's more of an art than a science.
Right. Connor will pluck the peach.
Kind of gives the Kodama a little bit of like a side-eye glare, like, I want to be angry with you just because of the sass, but I'm also sassy and you're helping me.
The Kodama doesn't see he's already turned his back to you and is climbing back of his tree.
I'll bring by peaches later. Or if there's some other fruit you enjoy.
Peaches are fine, but get them from the farmer's market. Those are so much better.
Of course.
You know, they've got a point there.
They really are.
I don't even like peaches, but anyway.
I bring him peaches from the grocery store one time.
I think it's about now that's hilarious. Skit is like walking up to the tree, like, morning, guys.
Morning.
Hello.
What's that thing?
Uh,
Pointing to the little tree.
the medicine, technically, or what grew it.
Okay.
Anyway, we should
Alright.
be getting to the hospital.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright,
Sasha, want
Go.
quick ride?
Oh. And she points. She's brought Smoochums with her, but he's not recognizable as Smoochums at the moment.
What does he look like?
It looks like a big, happy, square-headed, no thoughts, all happy brain pit bull.
Look at the
You
puppy.
get a dog?
No, it's Smoochums.
Ah.
A little more
Uh,
stealth.
I touch his face. Does it
did
still
you teach him
feel?
that?
I woke up and it was him. We can switch back and forth.
Does he still feel like scales on like his face or whatever? It feels like a dog.
Nope, it feels like Pitbull.
Ah,
Like it is a shape change, not a illusion or something.
gotcha.
That's interesting.
Let's switch him up and down.
Right.
Less obvious. isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I can carry you, a clone can carry him.
We can walk as
What
well.
about you, Tobias? Do you wanna? Well, I figured you want to get there.
Oh, we spent the
thing.
last how many weeks traversing the globe, walking there, or taking a cab, or whatever isn't going to.
If you want to get there ASAP, you can. I'm going to Uber over there. I've had enough mock Jesus traversal for one lifetime. Both times I fell off an SUV. Both times.
That's bold of you to say that, Hilarious. It's probably gonna happen again in the future.
Ugh.
Falling off the SUV or
Alrighty.
what? Jesus.
Yes.
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 Like halfway through
Oh,
ordering.
by the
Uber.
way, Connor is wearing a long tailcoat or long coat, like a duster almost.
Oh, okay. I was like, tailcoat. What are you?
Tailcoat
going to-
seems
no.
weird.
You
No.
going to the prom?
Yeah, no, my brain it's been a long ass fucking day.
No, you're good.
Yeah, it's like it kind of looks like it's sort of heavy, kind of like a trench coat, but about the same kind of yeah, it's basically a trench coat.
I'm getting to
that
lay
he's
a
wearing.
bulletproof vest. It's not magical or anything. It's just a bulletproof vest.
Yeah,
Mood.
he's wearing a coat,
Mhm.
which he normally doesn't wear.
Fashion.
Yeah. Anyway,
Is Nebraska currently having
Yeah.
a heat wave?
Yes.
I mean, it wouldn't matter. He's immune to it.
Oh, fair point.
The Uber will get here at some point until it's gonna be like, anyone coming with me? Or
Uh,
are
I'll
you
go.
just gonna, are you
I'll
just
go
gonna
with you.
run?
I mean, I'll go with you since you don't wanna.
Did you get the Uber with the idea of having enough room for all four plus doggo?
I can if you guys had said you were coming.
That's just our all carpool.
Yeah, then yeah, they'll get like
Yeah.
a big one of those van Ubers.
You wait a little while, van pulls up the park.
We have a dog. Is that okay?
As long as he doesn't like mess in the
Oh,
van.
sorry, we have
dogs.
2 dogs, but they shouldn't mess in the
4?
van.
4 dogs?
Do I hear
We
5?
have
Do I hear 5
two-
dogs? 4 dogs, going once, going
10
twice.
dogs.
We have
10
2
dogs. 10
dogs. One of them has like those wacky like monster makeup on it, so it's for a thing, but it should be okay.
The driver's
It's
like,
hilarious.
you guys
We're
know you're in
fairly
the news, right?
noticeable.
Claire
seen
just
Smoot-
smiles like Claire just smiles like a fucking idiot.
Oh,
Man, we
speaking
really
of,
have
we
used
need
you
to-
guys here the last week or so. How been?
And we go.
Yeah, we were off fighting Titan spawn.
You don't have to tell everybody everything. You could just say, hey, we were
Um,
I'm not.
on
So-
holiday in Rome.
So
Like,
what
we weren't on
happened
holiday.
last week while we were gone?
Hey, he's like, you had some like what they thought were animal attacks up north.
Near Olsgood?
No, here in town.
Oh, okay.
Just up above the belt line.
Hmm.
So yeah, like some dog attacks, and then one family was killed. Who knew werewolves were a real thing? Frankly, I'm kind of freaked out.
I did.
Well, I guess y'all would be in the know. You just picked a bad time to leave
Yeah.
town. That's all I'm saying.
We didn't pick the time. We were sent. So
Well, luckily we had a spare van laying around, so we were okay.
fair enough.
Hopefully we don't go globe-trotting again anytime soon.
How is that other band doing? Like, have they been like newsworthy like we were?
They fought a bunch of werewolves. Oh, let's see. Apparently they've got a security team that'll swoop in and help people out. So yeah, they've been doing pretty good.
It's good.
They were here
I'll
when we
have
needed them.
Catch up with them at some point.
So like I said, he feels you and y'all are going. Drops you off at the. Are y'all all dropping off at the hospital, or were y'all going to multiple places?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad.
Hospital.
I want to see this happen too.
Yeah.
I'll watch Sasha's just break down too. Yeah, okay.
Well, I want to watch the magic happen.
Everybody's just staring at Sasha. Her grandparents are chewing peaches. They're just staring at Sasha.
Alright. So we get to their room.
Well, you get in the hospital, they don't want to let the pets up.
That makes sense.
That's fair enough.
They're really not comfortable with them even in the waiting room.
At least he's in a pit bull form this time. Is there somewhere outside we could leave them? They're behaved.
Well, there's a sidewalk out there, sure.
I have a version of me running around. He can drop by, keep an eye on him.
So we got folk on her who stand outside and hold the leashes.
They always
Yeah,
put me on
basically.
dog duty.
Y'all come out and they run around him. He's all wrapped up.
Yeah, that
I
tracks.
can believe that.
Yeah. Onwards and upwards then, eh?
Yeah. Did anyone have a pocket knife or anything? I'm assuming he said slices, so.
You have a Kopesh.
Jaden will pull out a pocket knife from her pack she carries with her and hand it to Sasha.
Thank you. She's not going to try and cut the peach with the Kopesh.
You do it
Fish not
like
the
those
one.
fancy chefs do with the eggs, where you throw them up in the air and just catch it on the edge.
No.
Sashimi it.
The
Especially
universe.
since the Kopesh has poison on it.
Yeah. Let's not.
All right, y'all get upstairs. There's 2 of the Varangian guard on either side of the door.
Yo.
As Sasha approaches, they nod to her, ma'am. And then, they acknowledge
Okay.
everybody, but they're not. Not being
Kind of- Nod. Walks inside. Like, I don't know what to say to you, and I'm not going to make small talk right now.
Do I tip you? How does this work?
Yeah, we need to figure out what's going on.
So yeah, you walk in. They've got both of your grandparents are sitting up in chairs. There's a nurse in there, getting them situated. She looks up as you come in. Oh, Mrs. Adele.
Hello. Just kind of like goes over, finds like a little easy place to start chopping, I guess, 2 slices of peach.
They've got the little table that sits next to the bed. I mean, calling it a table is generous, It's the
Yeah, a little like side cart thing.
yeah. That you can put the a glass of water or something.
Yeah.
The nurse is looking at you.
Well, not
Yeah.
We don't really encourage outside food.
well. You pardon my French, but you will damn well deal with outside food today. I have traveled the world to get the things to make this medicine, to make this peach, and if it works, I won't have to worry about them getting outside food, because they will be outside. That makes no sense. She says as he like finishes chopping it.
Nurse just kind of steps back.
She's had a long week.
We've all had a fairly long, interesting couple of weeks.
The room's a little crowded with this many people standing around inside.
Alright. She's kind of looking at it like, well, here goes nothing. And like
You
first
like a
tries
dog?
offering it to them, or like laying it on like the lip to see if there's any reaction.
They just kind of sit there. The nurse tells you, coach them along. If you talk to them, if you ask them to eat it, eventually they'll start.
Okay. In Arabic, because she knows it's their most familiar language. They know both, but like, grandmother, grandfather, I've brought you something sweet to eat. I know I haven't been around for a while, but I've brought you this. It's very tasty. I traveled the world to bring it to you. Please, just give it a taste.
As you keep, they eventually, kind of open up and you slide it on in. They start chewing on it.
Standing back, nervous energy, repeated tapping of like thighs with hands.
Just grab Sasha's shoulders from behind. Turns awkward.
Their chewing gets more
clicking.
energetic, as they bite down, they get a taste of it. You start to see almost a little bit of enthusiasm on their faces. The nurse takes a step closer, just like watching him intently. That's more emotion than I've seen since they've been here.
I should certainly hope so. That was a very pricey peach.
But yeah, they finish chewing it. Your grandmother's kind of licking her lips. She starts looking around. She a little confusion on her face. Where are we? Sasha, where are we?
You're at the hospital.
She looks over at her husband, who's he's looking as confused as she is, and she kind of looks him up and down. He's in the hospital gown. She's in the hospital. What happened?
Like, doing best not to have complete utter breakdown. It's a very, very long story. I'm just... Hi. How are you? How are you feeling?
You can
A
go
little
hug her if
stiff.
you want. I can explain it.
Like I've been laying in bed too long or something.
Hey.
About this time, the nurse is like, I've got to go get the doctor. And
And she
kinda
pretty much just, like, goes
pushes
over, like,
through the rest of you and gets out the door.
Mhm.
one arm on each grandparent, just, like, hugging them.
They're both kind of, it's kind of the slow pat on your back as they're, still looking kind of confused.
Long story short, you were magically cursed into a coma, and we've been traveling the world finding the ingredients to bring you back.
Oh,
Mom and Dad say hi as well. And... Oh, gosh, I forgot her name. The contact
yeah.
in Egypt, Cairo. I think I
Not
have her.
in your contacts?
I didn't have a name for her.
Oh, gotcha.
Safa.
Yes, Safa, that was it. She's like, your grandma's like, oh, did you call her, or did she call, or was Egypt one of the places you had to run to?
It was on the way, kind of.
Your granddad's like, yeah, the last thing I remember was, we were at home and there was a knock at the door, I think.
Yeah.
That was about... story guide, how long ago was that?
Oh, let's see. Y'all probably spent a week or two chasing down the impious.
We had the Impious, and then Belgium,
It
and...
was almost a month and a half.
Yeah.
We've been in the hospital that long?
Yep.
Oh, what kind of shape is the shop in?
It's fine. It's fine. It's standing.
She didn't let me inside, so it's still standing.
Oh, that's good.
It would have still been standing if you were inside.
Yeah. Love you too, dude.
They're clearly just weirded out by this all, because
It's a lot to take in.
from their point of view, your granddad's like, okay, there's a knock at the door, things are a little fuzzy, and then I'm waking up here. He stands up to stretch, and he notices the back, the gown doesn't have much of a back to it. He sits back down. Cut the room is very full of people. Doctors come in, they start shooing everybody out. They let Sasha say,
Yeah, Sasha should be like, I will not be shooed.
I will kill
hand on
you.
Kopesh.
Yeah.
Hand on Kopesh.
Think carefully.
Seconds
about what you're
ablaze. Seconds ablaze. I will not be shooed.
Okay.
Yeah, Connor will before he leaves, he'll just leave a kiss on Sasha's forehead and just tell her just I'll be running around in town. Just text me when you need me.
Will do. Likewise.
And he will actually open a window and he gone.
The Dodgers.
Downstairs!
We were being hosted by Chibi Girl 24.
Hey.
Hey!
Awesome.
Thank you for coming by.
Yes, thank you for hosting us.
Hey!
We need it with all the technical difficulties.
Yeah, no kidding.
Tonight's been a night.
Boy.
I mean, I can host us. Give me a second.
All the hosting!
I'll host us. It's fine.
So yeah, you go out the window. Sasha, both doctors and all the nurses in the room just just flash a dirty look over there.
He's getting better, at least opening the window.
And now we're being hosted by Rappy. Thank you, Rappy.
Hey!
But
Quick, somebody else.
one of the nurses walks over and leans out the door. He knocked the
Just a
screen
door.
down to the ground. Ugh.
Oh,
It's just the door. I'll get one of the orderlies to go get it. Ma'am, please tell your friend to use the doors next time.
I will tell him I cannot guarantee the answer.
So the doctors, they ask your grandparents, a bunch of the typical questions. Of course they know who's president. They have no idea what day it is.
That's just me, like, every week, honestly.
Now your grandfather can rattle off what day, the last day he remembers. He can rattle off what that was.
Yeah.
Doctors seem pretty satisfied. They ask you, what, the nurse said you had given them something.
A bit of a peach, infused with a lot of magic.
One doctor looks like he wants to argue. The other doctor's kind of like, okay.
I don't know how it worked either. It's a little bit of Panacea's magic, a little bit of Brigid's magic, a little bit of Kodama magic, possibly spit, and a peach pit.
Put that in front of your grandparents too.
Right.
Oh yeah.
We'll
Spirit
just
spit.
shot that out as unknown.
Seems about right. She has wrapped up the peach back up, and she's gonna refrigerate it as soon as possible.
Okay. When you go to wrap it up, you catch one of the doctors reaching over for it.
I was not given leave to pass it around, and I'd rather not
Yeah,
tempt
good job.
fates.
Just want to run a little test of it.
I'll inquire, but you can't really test magic. I believe they said it's an art, not a science.
Sounds like somebody just wanted to be mysterious.
It's kind of run of the mill nowadays.
If you hadn't thought of it, they were totally going to steal your peach out from under you.
Oh no, she would have, like I said, after she cut it, she would have shortly afterwards wrapped it and kept it on herself.
But so yeah, they're going to keep you. Long and short of it, they want to keep your grandparents until the next day, just to run some tests, just to make sure everything's okay.
I'll be back to pick you up as soon as they cut you loose.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they still look a little distressed as you're leaving.
If you have any questions, and she'll make sure. She would have made sure that they probably have their cell phones with them or something. If you need to contact me for anything, any questions, you know my number.
No, yes.
I mean it.
I'm sure the doctors can look after us.
Does not say anything in regards to that, but just kind of nods. And I'll give you the less abridged version tomorrow evening, or whenever you're ready for it.
Yeah, we can have some dinner at the house or something.
Yeah. We'll order pizza, have everyone over. They can fill in the gaps I forget.
Oddly, they don't look thrilled with that idea.
Or we will order whatever you want.
Oh, no, pizza's fine.
Or we can just have just me over. They helped a lot.
Shouldn't have started playing before I was hungry. Now I want pizza.
She'll kind of give each of them a quick hug, kiss on the cheek, and head on out. Join back up with Tillarius and Jaden.
You good?
That is more of a weight off my shoulders than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I can imagine. Pat pat.
Also, pat paps. Avoiding wings, though. Avoiding the little wings.
And they're towards like the this back
Like
area.
shoulder blades.
Yeah, so you're fine.
Still, she's making note to avoid it, just like,
She's not gonna try to snake a feather.
that would be mean.
Mm-hmm.
It's alright, so you meet back up with everybody else.
Retrieve the puppers.
Mhm.
They're outside with folk Connor.
Have they wrapped up Faux Connor?
They've tried.
The Connor out there's like, these two.
At least you're not carrying them up a ladder.
Yeah. And I thought I was the Chaos Child.
Spruce doesn't seem to know what to make of Smoochums being a pit bull. You're not 100% sure he even realizes it's Smoochums.
Probably doesn't. I mean, still probably makes the same kind of noise Smoochums does, just because that'd be terrifying coming out of a dog.
I don't know, some dogs can kind of rumble. Not the same kind of rumble, but you know.
Yeah. Doesn't really bark, just rumbles.
My shepherd can absolutely rumble. Bless him.
Yes, you can.
Well, he used to.
Yeah.
Pour one out for the pupper homies.
Yeah. I was scrolling through my gallery on my phone today. I saw a picture. I'm like,
Mood!
Oh, well,
Okay.
we have David Jones show in the chat. Thank you for coming by.
Hello.
Hey, David
Hey.
Jones!
Hello.
I really got it. The one time I'm not on Twitch chat, everyone shows up. Hold on a sec.
yeah, I
Get in
can't be
there.
on Twitch chat because I'm literally on my phone. It doesn't work well.
Well, the way the night was going, we're just lucky to have you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no kidding.
Thank you.
Alright. I am here. I am able to interact with you guys now.
Hey.
Alright, so anyway, y'all meet back up. You untangle Faux Connor. Though looking at the tangle of leashes, maybe it'd be easier just to pop him.
Yeah, once I start trying, he just turns around, looks at the wall, and smashes his head into the wall and pops himself.
That's
As you
kind
glance
of
around, you see some people
visceral.
are filming this with their phones.
Never a dull moment. Okay.
Yeah, no kidding.
Whereas real Connor is going to go check on the truck.
You catch up at the truck going through a Hardee's drive-thru, or do they have Carl's Jr.'s out there?
I think they have those.
A one or the other.
Well, it's the same company,
Yeah.
so they probably just have one or the other.
Mm.
Anyway, they're going through fast food breakfast. Because y'all were at the park, you know,
Yeah.
at dawn, so it's still pretty early.
Mm-hmm. Connor hops up and, hey guys.
Hey, boss. They don't look as surprised as they should be to see you. Or, you know, as a normal person.
Some things have happened while we've been gone.
They both kind of set their food down. They get a little tense just at the tone of your voice.
The rest of your colleagues are missing.
Everybody?
Yeah. They found some of them dead, but everybody else is gone.
What happened? We knew they weren't, we hadn't gotten, we texted a couple of the guys, and we haven't gotten any kind of response.
We're still working that out. Apparently there was a werewolf attack while we were away. But
Of course there are werewolves.
yeah. So it's looking like it's just you two that are left. Now, I promise Chris that if at any time y'all felt like you wished to leave, I'd let you know. For the looks of things, our lives are just going to get probably all the more dangerous.
One of the guys is like, yeah, if the first time we go to do something, the entire rest of the team gets taken out. I'm probably done. And when he says that, his buddy kind of starts nodding. Yeah, we'll get the truck, back to town. We'll finish the job we're on. Gotta have some professionalism.
Yeah. I'll pay y'all 4 times the amount for the rest of the delivery, just so you have something to keep you on your feet while you're out looking for more work.
That's good of you, boss.
No, I kind of feel bad that the rest of your team's gone. So,
is there any chance they might be alive somewhere?
The ones that haven't been found dead, it's probable. It's equally probable they won't ever be seen again, but...
Yeah, that's kind of the way this kind of job works.
Yeah. I'll keep my ear to the ground, and if they do show up, I can send the mural away.
Yeah, you got some contact information for them, so...
Yeah.
So you finish that little conversation, and they don't seem to be interested in their food anymore.
Sorry.
It's just depression after depression.
Yeah.
So like I said, they'll be getting there by end of the day probably.
Yeah.
They've been driving in shifts through the night, so.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, what are the rest of y'all getting into?
Hilarious will look Sasha up and down, make sure she's good.
She's good.
Okay. And then
She just has something in her eye.
She's her face kind of feels like a boiled potato at the moment, like the red nose and like a little bit of red eyes, but she's good.
Someone squirted Sprite to her eye, it's fine.
One of her bees stung her, that's what it was.
That's what it was.
Then they will go back to their place. And just be like, I'll be at my place if you need anything.
Did Telarius film anything in the hospital room?
In the hospital? Absolutely not. They're not a monster.
Just checking.
Why should they have? Now we want to know.
Well, sure, the monsters masquerading as a grandparent don't show up on video. But anyway, carry on. You won't know that now. Alright, so Telarius heads back to their apartment. There are Varangian guard in the foyer. They give you a little nod as you walk by.
Now that I know what they look like.
Well, they were never really hidden.
Right, but the first time this is like the second time I've been to my apartment in in so many weeks.
You just seen them in the morning when you left too, but
Sure. They'll go up and for maybe the first time in a while, they'll go live on like a social media platform and just be like, I've been away for like a month, ask me anything, and just like sit there, and that's what they'll be doing like an AMA.
Where have you been? What have you been doing? Who are you doing it with?
In Europe, with friends.
Some people have specific questions about what happened in Belgium.
Yeah.
Because, a Scion famous in the area died. And while it didn't exactly make national news over here.
International news. Some people know.
Yeah, people that keep up
Scion
with Scion's
groupies.
closer. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fanboys and girls.
Yeah.
You get some pointed questions about why you weren't in town. Some people are upset that y'all were gone when something went down up north. Especially some people that
Sorry,
live up
that's
there.
that's the way these things work sometimes. You know, you gotta like that's why we tried to make nice with that other group, that other band here, so that there's people here.
When you say that
This is
other
like
band, everybody starts posting their name.
I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
the
the
name.
Varangians took care of it.
The Varangians.
They were here.
Yeah, they were. But it's okay, because we will be here as well. Now you have two bands. For now.
You get a couple of smart. Can we have a battle of the bands?
No.
Ooh, could we invite bands from out of state?
Do you know any bands from out of state?
They actually rattled off about 4 more bands that operate somewhere in America.
I'll
I
be
mean,
right back.
America's pretty good size.
But no, I don't. I got this weird thing, and they will actually like bring their shirt down a little bit and show off the wings.
You start getting little gifts of little baby cupids.
Yeah. Father like child, I guess. If it wasn't already obvious who my divine parent is, there you go.
Everybody starts saying Cupid, 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 Cupid. Aries or not Eros?
Amor. I have a reputation, guys. Come on.
Somebody asked if that's why your last name's Amoriad.
Just do that.
One guy goes, "Is your father married?"
Yes.
Has that stopped the gods before?
And you
Has
have
that
other people in the
stopped
chat
the
making
gods
fun of
before?
them for bringing that up.
Are you familiar with the Greek pantheon? Because that kind of happens a lot. Just I'm gonna I'll close off this with just one thing. Just Google Zeus. Just Google Zeus.
Or don't.
Or don't. And this will go on for like the next like 30 like hour or so,
Yeah.
and then they'll be like, yeah.
You get some posts in the chat. Zeus, god of horn dogs.
Yeah, no kidding. Is there like anybody that's like particularly like being shitty, or is it just like, are they all like happy to see me or whatever?
Mostly it's happening. Like I said, you had a few pointed questions.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, you have dealt with the public for quite a while now. There's always gonna be one or two.
That's why I have mods.
And you get one or two guys that just get on there and start, or I say guys, one or two people that get on there and whereas some people seem to be annoyed that y'all were gone. You got a couple people that get on there and start cussing you out, and your mods kind of pounce on them. Little band hammer gif pops up.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, yeah, everybody was glad to see you. Can't wait to see what videos you took while you were out of the country.
Yeah, I'll actually like show like some little previews of it, like some like slight little previews of like the stuff that went on.
The Chimera charging down the hill.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it will be the Chimera cresting over the hill, and that'll be it.
Is it living?
Yes.
Is what living? Your thing?
Okay, yes.
Your internet's
Sorry.
back. Woo!
My internet's back.
Oh,
Hell yeah!
I hadn't even noticed she'd popped out. That's
I think his
Yeah,
phone might have just
that's how
gone
much
off
I
Wi-Fi.
cared.
I just went to check, and then I swapped over to my actual house internet, and it apparently still kept me on Discord.
Yeah, it does that.
Okay.
It'll only kick you out if you are off for like X amount of time.
Yeah.
Okay. But I live
Excellent.
Woo!
with better voice quality, probably.
Yeah.
little bit, yeah.
Yes.
It's not roboting out or any static, so yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Though it was not horrible before.
So, one other thing is Telarius does have their like not to anybody else, but for like the live stream, Telarius will have like their mother's username that they have because their mother absolutely goes on their stream every now and again. Just has it highlighted for themselves whenever she pops in.
Okay. She doesn't pop in this morning because it's not something you announced ahead of time you were doing.
No, it's just spur of the moment.
So yeah, you wrap that up. Jaden, what are you up to?
Well, since it's still early enough, she will go check up at her job since she had gone. Making sure everything is good there.
Yeah, they're just getting open when you get there.
Okay.
They're glad to see you. They ask how your trip was.
Crazy.
Well, that's pretty much your life, isn't it?
Crazier.
Whoa.
Yeah.
One of them has a few questions for you because they've heard about the thing in Belgium.
And she'll answer what she can.
Oh, who got murdered? What was going on there? If you drop the name from Moria, they have no idea what that is. They don't strike you as being one of the Scion fanboys or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But suddenly they know a Scion. Something happened in Europe while you were running around in Europe, so
Yeah. Like I said, she'll explain the best of her ability. She'll be like, well, a Scion from Belgium died. Yeah.
If you want to get technical, two of them probably did because the sick old man was a Scion. Poor sick old man.
Yeah. I mean, she's not gonna say she killed a sick old man, but
Scions that we cared about.
You're gonna keep calling him a sick old man, and we're gonna keep being like, that guy was a brick shithouse at some point.
Look, he was a tuberculosis patient. Sometimes you give them steroids. It just happens.
Steroids sometimes make a third eye pop out of your head that casts spells. You've not encountered that?
All kinds of medicines have odd side effects.
I want to see the commercial for that.
They get really odd, when you start throwing magic into the mix. Yeah. But you have the early morning class comes in. They're all glad to see you. Your coworkers tell you, they were planning a trip out to the woods. They had to cancel the previous trip they were gonna make because you had the whole thing going on up north.
yeah, I heard about that.
The woods on the other side of the lake. It's on the other side of the lake. It would probably have been safe, but
didn't want to take any chances.
Yeah, especially not when you start hearing rumors of werewolves.
Mm-hmm.
The class is actually a little short today. There's a few people that decided to skip today.
Yeah.
Particularly the couple that there was one couple that one of the women was a little more gun ho. The other one was always a little more reluctant to go out in the woods. Yeah, they're not there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, y'all spend the day out in the woods. You don't go by that place where the orchard spontaneously seemed to just popped up. But boy, the woods are lush right now. Like noticeably, undergrowth is noticeably thicker. especially given the heat wave, that had kind of stunted some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But everything seems to be super healthy down here. And you notice lots of tracks of non-native species. Not like weird animals, but like, that looks like a human print, but it's it's only an inch long.
Oh no.
Or signs of, okay, I think there's like dryads in the area now. There may be, nymphs in the streams,
Oh no.
Not that you don't run into some of that kind of stuff just kind of out in nature anyway. Nature
But it's
spirits, nature critters.
more prominent that.
Correct. Now, it doesn't become a problem during the day. Nothing snatches a student or, lures one out into the water or nothing. It's not like you can, it's not like you can throw a rock and hit 3 of them or nothing, but it's a marked increase from what you usually see.
Yeah.
Do you take Spruce with you?
Yeah.
He seems a little more on guard, like he's noticed there's more stuff around.
Yeah.
Though he's happy to sniff at all of it.
But he growls every now and again.
Mm-hmm. Kind of sticks close to you, Like I said, it's like he's kind of on guard duty.
Yeah.
Now, where does Sasha go after the hospital?
She'll probably go back to their shop and apartment, make sure everything's, good to go, since they're coming back tomorrow. And after that, depending on how late it is during the day and all that, she will probably try and do some research on fetches, if there any kind of correlation to any other pantheons or anything aside from that one.
Okay.
If there's any ways to potentially, if anything like this has happened before and what the outcome has been.
All right, give me an occult roll.
Occult intelligence or just straight occult?
Occult intelligence. So yeah, you had, you'd cleaned out your grandparents' fridge already. Really, all you got to do is some dusting to kind of get stuff back up to snuff.
Yeah. 4 successes.
Okay. Because Robert and his father, for that matter, had fixed up what little bit of damage there was.
Yeah. Actually, would it be 5 successes with specialty in death and spirits?
Yes.
Okay, so 5 successes.
Let's see, 5 successes. They're kind of harbingers of a person's death. Though in some of your Irish and Celtic myths, you also had banshees that did the kind of the same thing. Though with them, a lot of times it'd be that you would see them washing like your clothes. Was how you knew you were going to die. Kind of weird, but
hey, someone's doing my laundry. Oh no.
As far as a fetch surviving for long periods, no, you've never. Nothing you run across really ever references that.
Do they know how long this fetch has been around?
Well, they told you.
Because she was with the original Olympus band, or the ones that had been around.
Yeah, Bridget
since that original.
Had, she'd been part of the Band of Texas, which is the ones that died. Well, a bunch of them died fighting the creature that came out of the lake.
Mm-hmm.
And Olympus, it destroyed the small communities in the area who then combined, and yada yada yada, and Olympus was built.
At least 30?
That happened in the 80s. Like the tail end of the 80s.
Wow. So at least about 30 years.
Yeah, so, Now, the sleeping woman didn't look that old.
Yeah.
As opposed to her brother that y'all ran into over in Belgium, who had some gray in his hair, and, he was holding up pretty well, but a lot of Scions hold up well. But he did look to have a little more age on him.
Okay.
So yeah, to have a fetch walking around for decades is apparently just unheard of.
Okay. Doesn't find anything about how, with one having not walking around this long. Trying to think of anything else she'd research. Joining potentially fae or spirits and mortal bodies, like merging the two parts.
Well, you find plenty of stuff on possession.
Oh, less gruesome than possession, like voluntary cohabitation?
You find a lot of stuff on possession. West African and like Caribbean voodoo isn't really what it's called, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, they're greater spirits or gods, or however you want to put it. I'm blanking on the actual word they use. Would often ride followers, but that tended to be short, temporary basis kind of stuff.
Okay.
But that's really the most you find as far as being kind
Like
of
a voluntary.
cohabitation and voluntary.
Okay. She'll probably like over depending on what all they get into the next couple days, weeks, however long, she's gonna keep researching along this line to try and figure out potentially some kind of way to reunite the two parts.
Now you're saying two parts. From your research, it doesn't seem like the fetch is a part of the other person.
Well, maybe not reunite the two parts, but to like where the fetch's existence isn't dependent on the person that they're being a hairbringer to. Like if the sister were to die, that the fetch would still live. Quote unquote live.
Okay. Well, this initial day of research, you don't find anything that sounds hopeful there.
Okay.
You're not entirely certain if a fetch even lives in a conventional sense.
Been around for 30 years. That's living more than some people.
But and that's the thing is there's not a lot of information period on the nature of a fetch as far as like the physical nature, because they're not usually around to study that often.
Yeah, she's definitely not going to ask to study her, but at some point during her research, she might like make her sacrifice to a set or something to see if she gets any help there, or try a couple different methods of getting more information.
I'm picturing you just standing in a dark corner in the restaurant, passing unnoticed, just taking notes on everything she does.
I mean, she could pass unnoticed and go underneath and look at the body again, but she's not going to because she doesn't want to get the entire band excommunicated from the Rubicon.
Sneak up on her, take her temperature every now and then.
It's like little.
It's always
like,
exactly average.
She's just above room temperature. This is crazy.
Connor,
that's what she would do.
After ruining your employees' breakfast,
I'm good at that.
And really killing their appetites, probably for the day. What are you going to spend the rest of the day doing?
Well, he'll head back to town, and he'll go to his grandpa's dojo and teach, like he said he had to do.
Oh, that's right. He did say you had to show up for work next morning.
Yep.
All right, so your kids come in. Yeah, what's the perfect time? He's there. Yeah, they're excited to see you because you've been off running around.
Yeah.
One or two of them are really excited to tell you about the werewolves. They're pulling up little videos on their phone. You know, one of them shows you a video where you see Chad and Dixie kind of tag teaming one one kid starts to start showing you one of Kim fighting one. One of the other kids is like, "Don't show him that one. That's the guy that beat up Sensei." Because you're dealing with fairly young kids.
Yeah. Connor just shrugs and is like, I don't care either way. Go ahead and show it to me.
So yeah, you see a video of Kim fighting him. You see,
Taking notes on the fighting.
That's exactly what he's doing, taking notes.
yeah, you notice the werewolves aren't using any real. They're fast, but they're not really using technique exactly. It's like they rely solely on their just raw speed and strength. You see Kim take a big slash across the chest.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see the werewolf kind of rear back, and Kim just kind of smirks and punches him.
Did he seem like he was actually injured, or he did the whole stone skin thing?
I believe you've heard him refer to it as invincible body style. Mechanically, yeah, it was probably stone skin.
Okay.
Or invulnerability, or something.
Gotcha. He makes note of that.
But and it's not great video. It's clearly cell phone video, though. Whoever had the cell phone had a pretty stable, steady hand.
Mm-hmm.
And it's from a couple of different angles. There were a few people recording.
Okay. Yeah, he's taking notes.
Now, nobody on the Varangian band necessarily has the social media presence that Telarius does, though there does seem to be a fan club in operation already.
Mm-hmm.
One of the kids pulls up the fan club website. He doesn't tell you he's a member, but he's obviously already logged into the thing. So
we gotta get on that shit.
one of them tells you need a fan club. Which has some of the other instructors about your age joking that you need an OnlyFans.
Really?
But class goes on eventfully. There's still some of the Varangian guard outside on the sidewalk. You get a text from Robert. He's sorry he missed the hospital thing that morning. But he's out working on one of his long-term projects. He's got to catch him on a little bit of work, and then he's working on that craftsman guild hall thing he's doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Connor was sent a text back to Rob. Was like, "Hey, I need to. When you get a minute, I need to talk to you."
Well, you have to be sure to mention that to Duba.
Yeah. It's one of my short-term deeds. Also, apparently, hold on, I'm gonna restart Roll20 because it only shows me in the game still. I'm like, wait, what?
It's been acting squirrely, so.
Yeah. I see like 4 of you, so.
Okay.
Well, and counting me. Now 5. Okay. Maybe we're all on there.
Yeah, it's being squirrely. Alrighty.
But so yeah, that day passes. Sasha's grandparents, get out of the hospital the next day. Now, did Sasha roll there early in the morning, or was she going to wait till?
She'd probably come like around breakfast time.
Okay.
She won't be there like, as early as she was at the Kodama tree, but.
You get there, your grandparents are eating. They tell you, the doctors are planning to release us around lunch. they're they're really wanting to get out of here. I mean, they've been here for like over a month. They seem seriously concerned about the hospital bills.
Figure a way out. Don't worry.
I mean, they're self-employed, so they've got insurance. It's not necessarily the greatest. And month-long hospital bills where they're doing all kinds of tests.
Yep. Time to start selling those really expensive house plants.
So your grandmother's like so who were the men that broke into the house or pushed their way into the house?
A part of the Circle of the Impious, which is... She'll explain as best she can. Like, at least the faction that was breaking in, being, wanting to elevate humanity to the level of Scions and gods. Yes, I believe most of them are dead. One of them might still be alive.
Your grandmother's like, oh, good.
And O'Connor dropped at least one or two of them in the river, actually.
While they were alive?
I don't believe so.
Mm-hmm. And it was the lake.
What?
There's a lake that runs through town, not a river.
Yeah. Drop them in the water.
I'm back. What did I miss?
Sasha's having breakfast with her grandparents at the hospital.
Oh, okay.
And she was just telling them how Connor dropped dead bodies off in the lake.
As one does.
Oh, yeah, she would have messaged them about that there's more frequent activities of the godly variety.
You didn't necessarily see anything godly out in the woods.
No, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, your grandmother is she's not looking happy about any of this information, really.
But just come out with it.
Is this going to keep happening?
I most certainly hope not.
I mean, I was worried about you being a target, but at least you're equipped to deal with it.
I honestly have no idea or explanation why they singled you out.
I mean, there's lots of bands running around. Why would they even target your band?
Again, I wish I knew. I mean, man, I should have asked to set that. I told you I saw Mom and Dad, right?
Oh, yes, you brought that up, yeah. It's like, where have they been?
Dead.
That gets both of their attentions. Because they reach over and kind of grasp hands.
They were... Well, one of our forays took us to the overworld. To Lesette's home in the overworld. And they were there. They'd apparently had dealings with this man that was kind of ringleader of all this. It was a car bomb. They followed me back down, but I lost... I don't know where they went from there.
Your grandfather's like, so they're ghosts.
Last I saw, yes.
Who would blow them up?
Did they say who blew them up?
Some crime boss they crossed.
Yeah, she'll pass it on. It was someone they crossed in life, a crime boss.
Your grandmother's starting to look angry now. Who? Give me a name.
they didn't give me a name. I mean, the gentleman we were chasing was... Oh, God bless, I can't remember his name.
Fritz
Lloyd
Lloyd.
Smith? Fritz Lloyd Smith.
Your grandfather looks thoughtful for a second. And your grandmother's like, that name sounds familiar.
He knew Mom well enough to peg me as her daughter.
Yeah, you resemble your mother, so that's not too hard.
She had the personality, too, so... She does not tell her grandparents about her and Robert getting kidnapped.
What?
One trauma at a time here. One trauma at a time.
You did just casually drop that their daughter's dead,
Yeah.
I mean, they're a strange daughter, to be fair, but still.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that hits hard. And they're a lot quieter. I mean, they still talk to you, so they're a lot quieter, they make sure you're okay. That you didn't get hurt.
Her still recovering from getting beat up by the old tuberculosis man. No, I'm fine.
Actually, they would probably notice that you were still kind of walking around still. Had to beat up an old dude. He was an old weightlifter, though.
Beat up an old guy with an eye on the back, big eyes, and had tuberculosis.
And then you cough in the direction.
No! She'll eventually, be like, do you want me to stay? Do you want me to come back when you're released? I mean, I don't want to, want you to feel like I'm smothering you.
Oh, it just, come by the house for dinner. We'll get a cab home.
Are you sure? I can come back.
No, that's fine. It wouldn't put you in any trouble.
It wouldn't. Trust me, it wouldn't be any trouble, but okay. Text me when you leave.
We will. And she kind of motions over whether they got both their phones plugged in over there.
She's looking around just because of her paranoia's sake, and her folks were ghosts for a while and then disappeared when they got down the ladder. Are there any ghosts hanging out or any spirit shades, anything like that?
It's a big city's hospital. If you wander the halls, you will see something.
Yeah, anything like hovering specifically around them.
No.
Okay.
Nothing specifically in this room.
Okay. Just kind of nod, give them both a hug, and be like, just if you need anything. I'll bring smoochums by, though, when I come.
That'll be fine, dear.
Okay. See you later, and kind of backs out the door.
The door shuts. The two Varangian guard are standing there, pretending they didn't hear anything.
She wouldn't have been talking... Yeah, she would have been talking quiet enough to where it was just her grandparents that heard. Just as an aside.
So, they look at you, you look at them. Just as you step away, you hear your grandmother start crying inside the room.
Guilt. My old friend.
Where have you been?
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Alright, on the text message. Anyone need anything done this morning? I'm apparently relieved of my duties.
So the egg came in that night, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Connor would have picked up the egg, paid the two, basically activated walk unnoticed and gone to his apartment before he got out of the truck.
Okay.
And then he probably would have just sat there and used his his fire purview to keep it heated.
I'm picturing multiple Connors just hugging the egg at different angles.
Yeah. Maybe. They're curious. Connor mostly. He wants to see what hatches.
There's a few times during the day that you're pretty sure you feel movement up under the, shell of the egg.
Ready to hatch in there?
Well, it doesn't answer you because it's an egg. But,
Oh yeah.
Just crack it open. Make the world's largest, most decadent omelet.
You bitch.
Excuse me. All right. So if you don't have anything else to do during the day, eventually time comes to go meet your grandparents for dinner.
Had Talarius mentioned wanting to try and figure out a way to stop magic from messing with their electronics to her?
You muted.
Yes, several times.
She would probably just be like, hey, want to try and figure out a cult in electronics?
Is this a way to get your mind off of things?
What's the answer, yes or no?
Yes.
And she also answers, yes, and I'll be right there. And she'll go hang out and try and figure out how to make a cult in electronics. Either work or not work, or...
Mm-hmm.
So you walk through his lobby. There's a couple of Varangian guard there. They acknowledge. They kind of give you the nod.
She, because she knows that they're at everyone's house. She's gonna try walk unnoticed and see if they still notice her.
Okay,
like,
in that case
test
you
their
walk by.
level.
In that case you walk by with no.
Okay, just kind of test, like, feeling out their supernatural, maybe, like, whatevers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they give no more reaction than anybody else does.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if they notice the doors opening and shutting now.
I think we've had this discussion like 40 times.
Probably.
And I think in the book it just says you can pretty much, the brain will figure out a way to make an excuse for it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, that was a weird.
Because it's not
breeze.
invisibility, it's not being noticed. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing that you've got that up. You start knocking on his door, and you just keep knocking on his door, and nobody ever hears you or notices that you're.
Oh shit! Let me turn the thing. Think.
But Samuel answers the door. Hey, Sasha. How are the grand folks?
I should have probably waited to tell them some things, but they're alive.
Who is it, Sam?
Alive and coherent.
It's Sasha.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. And I'm sure they're shook up. They'll be fine.
Yeah, they're tough.
So he gets in there.
Hello. Out. Hello.
So y'all begin researching magic and technology.
How to make it work and not work.
Because Talarius ran into one group that could turn machines off.
Uh-huh.
And now he's freaking out about it.
That is their whole thing, is their electronics.
How will I record this for the adoring fans when they turn off the GoPro?
Talarius Amoriad, god of social media.
You're not wrong.
Beginning of a new pantheon.
It's like American gods with the modern gods of technology and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think you had some weird stuff like that in the first edition of the game.
It's quite possible. I think they had like the Americana pantheon.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember if it was this. I can't remember if it was Scion or if it was one of your other.
I think it was Scion
gods, where you had like a modern pantheon dedicated to science that were in whatever setting it was, they were offended by their own existence.
How dare I be treated like a god?
Clearly, I shouldn't exist, but equally clearly, I do exist. And science is the observation of things that exist, so they just weren't happy about it. So y'all begin researching that. I have no idea rule-wise how we're going to work that, so
Yeah,
you spend the day doing that until you meet your grandparents for dinner.
pretty much.
Do you want me to go with you to go to your grandparents' dinner? There's no way you don't mention that.
Yeah, she would have mentioned it. She'll ask them again if they just wanted her, or if, you know, if
Let's
they
just have a
wanted
family
more of the
dinner. Yeah,
company.
let's just have a family dinner.
Okay.
That is an immediate and pretty quick response when you send that text out.
She feels like she's in trouble now. No, I'll just kind of ease them back into everything.
All right. You know where to find me.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Famous last words.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. This has Scroll of Vision written all over it.
Kind of gives them a hug. And, I'll see if I can find any more information on technology and magic. It's new, so who knows?
Just because something's new doesn't mean it can't be perfected.
Of course. Gives a little wave. Waves to Samuel on the way out.
Good luck.
Don't. And just closing the door.
Yeah, when you wave at Samuel, he waves back. He's on the couch, going through his DVR. Apparently, he's catching up on his stories.
As one does.
So yeah, you make it over to the grandparents. They let you order the pizza once you get there.
She would have probably on the way over, like, asked them what they want and just picked it up on the way.
They ask you, did somebody repaint the apartment while we were out?
Yes.
Why?
I'll explain when I get over there. She's like, I'm not going to explain all of this over text.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is something they bring up when you get after you get there.
Oh, yeah. There was a little bit of a fire. We put it out, and then Robert and his father repaired it and repainted it.
Oh, okay. Wait, which one of his parents is you know?
He's a dwarven father from. Is it Bjorker?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Bjorker.
Bjorker.
Oh, he's not very short at all, though.
No, maybe he takes more after his mother. At least in appearances.
So they're subdued while you're eating. They're a little freaked out that Smoochum shows up looking like a pit bull.
Yeah, Smoochums would probably flip back to normal Smoochums once inside and just kind of crocodile headbutt him.
Well, that's new.
Fairly new, like a couple days. I'm still getting used to it too. It's handy though.
Oh yeah. And they give him the usual kind of pats on the side. They don't usually scratch his head or anything. They usually go for like the furrier shoulder part.
Yeah.
But like I said, they're pretty subdued during dinner. You go over everything that happened. You mentioned, you said earlier you leave out the part where you cover your kidnapping.
Well, she might just even ask him to. Do you want the whole story? Do you want an abridged version? Do you want Anything gruesome left out?
We've got time. Just tell us everything.
Okay, she'll give the whole story, at least from her perspective.
Okay. They seem pretty horrified by the end of it. And there were werewolves here in town while you were gone, apparently.
Apparently.
I mean, the world. We knew the world was always weird, but it really seems to be turning up the dial lately.
At least as far as our circle is concerned, yes.
You know, we were glad when you got a band initially because we figured, you know, backup people looking after you.
They do.
Is a good thing. Oh yeah, I mean it sounds like when you were in trouble, they were there for you. That's, you know, they seem like good people. Could this have been putting a bigger target on you though?
What, the werewolf, or?
Well, no, just being in a band.
I'm
Do you think
not
you'd be
entirely
safer if we
sure.
just moved out the middle of nowhere somewhere?
Grandpa, I'm not gonna move.
I gotta look at each other. You know, we're getting close to retirement age.
Yes.
We get us a little spot, just, you know, somewhere nice.
I mean, if you would feel safe from moving, I would support you moving, and I would visit you as often as I could. But this is what I have to do.
Do you have to though?
Yes.
I mean, your parents sold you to a set for something, and that may be what got him killed. I mean, how bound by that are you really?
Even if I'm not bound by that, I'm not leaving my friends. I'm not leaving the people I care about. I care about you too, but
Just think about it. Just think about it.
Of course.
I mean, there's a whole nother band here in town. It's not like the city wouldn't be looked after. You know, maybe your friends could just join up with them and it'd be one bigger band. Watch after each other.
I do not believe that would go well.
So you continue having that kind of. That's kind of how the whole entire evening goes for you. It's almost the most least comfortable meal you ever had with your grandparents.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
You know, at no point does she tease you about Connor or anybody else.
Oh, this is serious.
Really, there's no teasing of any sort, really.
Ooh.
And there's lots of, you know, some of those questions, and then your grandparents kind of giving each other looks. Like maybe they've been thrown just a little too deep into your world.
If you get a chance, Safa said to give her a call. She just wanted to hear from you. Hear your voice.
I'll call and let her know we're okay.
Okay.
Or maybe text.
Either way, I'm sure she'd be delighted to hear from you.
Cutting across town to Connor.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you put the egg in like your regular apartment? Or is it in one of the safe houses?
His regular apartment's he'd be watching it in a safe house, yeah. Because he doesn't know what's gonna pop out.
Dire turkey.
Trying to picture what a dire turkey would look like.
A regular turkey with spikes.
Yes, spikes.
That is usually how it goes, yeah.
Instead of like a comb, it just has more spikes.
Yeah.
Wattle.
Spike
The wattle has like a poisonous gas in it.
Mhm.
Still got the little wings, but they ended like raptor claws.
Exactly. Dinosaurs were once birds. Or birds
Mm.
were once dinosaurs. That too.
Birds are dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
Period. They're just the ones that survived.
Oh yeah, look at geese.
Cobra chickens are mean.
Fucking cobra
Yeah.
chickens.
But Connor, you're now certain that there's a movement inside the egg. It's like you can feel kind of every now and then like a vibration. You almost get the impression of something tossing and turning in its sleep. Then you get a phone call from was it Chris Workman or Chris Flanagan?
Chris Flanagan.
Okay. It comes up his number.
He'd answer it. Hello?
Mr. Hughes, is that you?
Yeah, it's me. What's up?
I'm not sure. I think I've lost a few days.
Well, considering all of you are missing,
For how long?
it's been a while.
Been a while.
We were gone doing work, and all of you disappeared when we came back. Not sure how long you were gone before we got back, but it's been like 2 days since we've been back.
Oh, that's okay. I'm not 100% sure where I'm at. Hang on, let me see if the phone can pull up my GPS. Throw it all into a map right quick. So you see this kind of let's see. Switch over where people can see that. What he describes to you, there's this patch of woods up here, well north of the city.
Okay.
According to his phone, that's where he's at the edge of those woods. Which is, well outside of the city proper.
Yeah. Wouldn't happen to have any odd bite marks on you, would you?
Hang on. I don't. I'm not hurting anywhere. No, I seem to be fine. I'm just everything's it's hazy. It's like I've been drugged or something.
I see. Well, we're getting everything in order. The 2 people of your crew that were with me are fine.
Okay, that's good.
I will get somebody out there to come get you and check on you. then bring you back to get a checkup.
Okay. Are you gonna send the guys or?
No, I'm coming.
All right, I'll see you when you get here.
Okay.
Crap, my phone's about dead.
Nah, it's fine. I know where you are. Just don't move.
Okay.
And he'll
Instantly moves.
shush. He'll tell his clones to watch the egg, and he'll activate Heavenly Stride and go zip over that direction.
His clones that are plugged into his brain, but he tells them things anyway.
Yeah. He'll, as he's running, he'll also text the group chat and say, "Hey, the head of that merc group I had hired just got in touch with me. I'm gonna go get him."
Be
Is this-
careful.
Sasha, you get that while you're still eating. While you're still eating
Yeah,
with the
I was
grandparents.
gonna say, is this during the most awkward dinner ever, or after the most awkward dinner?
Nope, you're eating with them, and your phone buzzes. Oh my god. Yep, gotta go. You haven't looked at the message yet. Doesn't matter. Gotta go.
If it was towards the end,
Yeah, y'all were really kind of done eating. Y'all just still sitting around the table, awkwardly talking.
she'll help clean up and then make some kind of excuse to get out. 'Cause, yeah.
That's from one of them, isn't it?
Pardon?
That's from one of your, that text you just got. That's from one of your friends, isn't it?
Yes.
Something else is happening already, isn't it?
Yes.
Your grandfather's over by the sink, just shakes his head.
I-
I'm starting to think you kids are just cannon fodder that the gods throw at things.
I'm sorry if my new course in life disappoints you. I'll see you tomorrow. And she leaves.
You hear your grandmother from the kitchen. It's not disappointing, it's worrying.
Still feels like you're disappointed in me. Have a good evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Close the door down the stairs. Go around the flippin' world to get you guys stuff back and you're giving me this kind of third-degree shit.
It's almost like they're your grandparents.
You get to the bottom of the steps, realize Smoochums is still napping in the living room. Have to stomp back up.
God, dear.
Gonna get my dog. Fricka. Smoochums, come on, dear, let's go. Dun, 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 dun.
He gets up, turns back into a pit bull as he hits the door.
Yep. Good boy.
Yeah. You notice, he was initially glad to see your grandparents, and then when the conversation started, he almost immediately made it to the living room.
He's feeling the awkward too. Like, she's like beginning to wonder if this is some kind of magical awkward or this is just natural awkward.
All right. So everybody got the text from Connor, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
You get a text back from Robert. Let me know how it goes. For reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's usually your driver. Do y'all call a Uber, or is everybody piggybacking on, Connor's and Jaden's?
I think so. Is anyone else coming?
Oh, that's fair.
I don't think any of us were like going.
Sasha was gonna head that away.
Just saying, be careful if they need me to.
Jaden would have messaged, "Do you need me to go with you?"
Yeah, that's the play here.
Okay, Connor, you're the one they're messaging.
Are you muted?
No. He will say, I'm gonna go get him and bring him back. I should be okay. I'll let you know if I need you, though.
Alright. It turned out to be a werewolf. I'm gonna get silver. You know what? I'm gonna get silver anyway.
All right, silver's expensive though. Just to be aware.
Yep.
In this world, do we know if silver actually affects werewolves?
Give me an occult roll.
Hilarious doesn't care. It's hilarious to see an underworld.
Fair. I gotta reload my sheet. Occult intellect. 2 successes.
2 successes. Yeah, it did in a underworld.
I mean, it can't hurt.
Okay.
You know it affects some. There's actually a lot of variety of were creatures, but quite a few of them it does indeed affect it.
Okay.
That's why it's so prominent in folklore. Now, in some cases, just silver doesn't do anything to them. It's got to be, silver wielded by somebody that loves them, that sort of thing.
Get
So,
the
Robert,
grandmother.
we need you to make us something.
Everybody needs silver weapons now.
Silver is a terrible metal to make weapons out of.
It is. It
It
really is.
doesn't even make bullets good.
Nope, it's too soft.
Flimsy, yeah. That's
You
why
get hollow
people
points and melt a little bit of silver in there.
Yeah, there you go.
Silver
That's what I
pellets.
was saying. You silver plate it. You don't make the blade itself silver.
Scully! Come on, honey. You know he's in my arms and you keep going after him.
Uh-oh, the kids are embarrassing mom on camera.
Scully's being a little bitch because I'm holding Colby because he's sleepy.
Animals are jealous children.
I heard that.
It's also why they're outside things. But anyway.
That's why my feral colony is outside and not inside.
All right, Connor, are you driving out to get him, or are you just running at, Mach, whatever?
He can run a lot faster than he can drive. So yeah, he's running.
All right. So, at the speed you can move, it's probably only a few minutes. I'm assuming you were investing the legend and using the whole.
Yeah, he's moving fast.
All right, so you streak out of town.
Yep.
You get to the, you get to the wooded area. You should be, you're looking down at the coordinates he gave you. You realize you should be right close to him. Give me probably cunning and technology. You're trying to figure out GPS wise where he's at, and cunning for your observation. Your observational skills. So in your case, I think it's just cunning, basically.
It is just cunning, yeah. 2 successes, technically.
Why 2? Oh, you got that's right. You got a general enhancement.
Yeah. Yep.
You actually managed to find the cell phone.
Huh.
No.
But it's just laying in the grass. There's, no sign of a struggle. There's no blood. It's not like somebody was just, mauled here or something. And then you hear something rushing through the grass.
Oh boy.
Give me an initiative roll.
Oh boy.
Okay.
To be fair, if there was any of us who were gonna fight somebody one-on-one,
Yeah, if someone was going to 1v1, we do want it to be Connor.
Yeah.
All right, so you got 3 on the dice. How many enhancements do you have on that?
It's initiative. I get none. Unless we're counting the general, so 4.
I knew there was something I was supposed to check over through the week. I was sitting here before
It's
I
2
logged on
weeks
today
now.
going, what was it that I was supposed to
It's
look
been
at?
2 weeks now.
It's been 84
Well, I mean,
years.
The general enhancement rule on the relic says it applies to everything.
So anyway, you got 4, so you beat whoever it was.
Uh-huh.
So that means you go first.
Do I see what it is?
Oh, you turn around behind you. Big, kind of canid looking, vaguely humanoid.
So another werewolf, basically.
Correct.
Oh boy.
However, it's more than one.
Oh.
Gonna text us?
Well, no, he's being charged by a beastie. That's not when you stop to text.
It really is.
LOL. Being murdered. Send help. LOL.
Okay, he will reflexively activate the falling star as he pulls his Heavenly Stride legend back.
All right, what is the falling star?
Your speed is a powerful asset in battle. In combat, you can use reflexive move action to cross 2 range bands and gain enhancement 3 on rolls to disengage. You cannot take damage from falling.
Okay.
Can get out of there speedy like.
Actually, no, he turned that off. And then he will. This is out of town, right?
Yes, you are not in the city. You're out in the county. So
Okay,
there are some farms and kind of stuff out here, but nothing real close by.
He will imbue a second legend as well to activate Heaven's Fire. And he will attack with a beam of flame out of his hand at the lead charging werewolf.
All right, give me a roll. Where did I put that card? There it is.
Athletics plus dexterity.
And this would be ranged attack.
Yes.
Some kind of range something with it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It has aggravated, ranged, and pushing.
Okay.
So. Okay, so that is 5 successes.
All right, their defense is a 3.
Okay, let me pull up the book. Because he has no idea if this is going to carry or not. But... Looking at weapon tags, because I don't know what pushing does. After dealing stress or injury conditions on an opponent, it can also knock them prone. Okay. So, yeah, he'll do damage for free.
Okay.
And it's aggravated fire damage.
Okay, it's definitely not happy. It howls.
And he will use the remaining success to combat stunts for ranged. Can I do the shove since it's a pushing tag attack, which automatically knocks it down with a remaining success?
Does shove fall under?
Shove is technically close combat, but pushing, if I deal damage, it automatically knocks a target prone if I choose to.
Yeah, in that case, I would say that's fair enough.
Okay. So he'll do that.
So how many
Knock it
successes are you
backwards.
spending on the shove?
I just have the one left, so it'd be 5 meters.
Okay. So yeah, you hit him, he bursts into flame, howls, and guy kind of gets knocked back.
And since he was the lead one that knocked back, he's gonna
5 meters,
Since he had the
15 feet.
Well, he had the group chat open anyway, and he'll just And he sent them the location before he left, and he's like, werewolves GTG. And then send, close, pocket.
Alright. The one you just blasted rolls around on the ground, puts himself out, and stands back up.
Okay.
And then his 4 compatriots pounce on you.
Oh, fun.
Sasha in group text. We going?
At some point, yeah.
Looks like it.
Alright, so the first one.
Sasha, someone pick me up on the way.
Uber? Question mark.
That's 3.
Ro-
4.
Robert's the only one with the car.
Man, one of us gotta buy a car.
Let's say we could say Robert just drives him out there. But
That's fair enough. This is an emergency. He would definitely respond. So
Yeah, and it would make sure he's since it's depending on how this goes, he would be out there with us all when he's back next week.
Yep. All right. So the first one gets 6 successes total.
okay.
What is your defense?
Well, see, here's the thing. I'm going to reflexively disengage. So it needs to make another roll for me.
All right. Just the same attack roll.
No, he has to make a close combat might roll.
Okay.
And I will use athletics, dexterity, contested. This is a clash, basically.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I think this is the first time any of us have used disengage.
Yeah.
What?
And
We're mostly just stand up there and punch.
I will say he's going to try to do it acrobatically, since this is using athletics, so I can get my specialty.
Okay. Now you got
All
4
right.
successes.
I have 11.
You have disengaged from this guy.
Yep, and move 2 range bands back.
All right. So you nope right out of his range.
Nope,
And
right
he
out
kind
the
of
rest their
stumbles
ranges,
and takes
too.
off after you. Yeah. The rest of them just keep charging. That guy kind of stumbles when you're suddenly not there, and then takes off after you.
Yep. All right. Is it my turn again?
Yes.
Okay, he's gonna.
Let's say you move 2 range increments.
Yeah, I can move 2 instead of 1 with Falling Star.
So yeah, they advance a range increment towards you.
Okay. I will, since it's the same dice, Dexterity Athletics, I'm going to use another fire beam at the lead one.
Okay.
4 successes.
Their defense is a 3.
Okay, so do damage and shove the lead one.
All right, he goes flying back.
And yeah.
They advance another range increment, and
Okay.
one of them attacks you.
Sure. I'm going to do the disengage again.
Whip, whip, whip.
I am literally playing skirmisher right now since it's 1v5.
All right, he got 5 successes on the initial attack.
Okay, I have a disengage of 9 successes.
Okay. Let's see.
Please hold still so we can beat the snot out of you.
All right, you do the whole range increment back thing again.
Yeah, he's doing 2 range increments back.
Okay.
Or he's basically he's zipping back with the staff in one hand. He'll plant the staff and vault over the werewolves 2 increments behind them.
Okay. That puts you within range of the first guy you shot, who's been lagging behind the rest of them.
Okay, fair.
Because you knocked him like 15 feet back, and he had to pick himself up and didn't move that first round.
Ah, okay. I heard you say like they all charged, so I figured he was moving with them. So I misunderstood.
Unfortunately, he only got 4 successes.
That's fine. I doubt you'll let me disengage again, so I'll make a defense roll.
Okay.
Unless you'll let me disengage again.
I think you've used your reflex. I think you get multiple reflexes. Go ahead and make the defense roll.
Okay. That is... gives me a defense roll of 3, so I have 4 defense total.
Alright. You said 4, you have 4 total?
Yes.
He had 4. Do you have anything that would cause him to have to buy extras for success? Or for a damage?
Yes, I still have soft armor 1.
Okay.
From Well Tempered.
Then he does not have that to spend, so nothing.
Alright.
Let's see here. Try to look at reflexive action right quick, but that's
Reflexive actions can be taken at any time. Is what it says. Let me double check.
I just wanted to see if for sure if it said anything about how many of those you get in a round.
Ew. Okay. I misunderstood reflexive actions. My brain heard reflexive as in reacting.
Mm-hmm.
A character can also perform reflexive actions on his turn. Huh.
So you have to choose to disengage. That would have to be your action, choosing to disengage. Okay.
Yeah, I guess so.
We're not going to bother to retcon anything. We'll do it right going forward.
All right. So basically, I'm choosing to disengage and not attacking.
Right.
Okay.
But anyways, your go again.
Okay. So I'm basically playing Can't Catch Me with the werewolves.
Mm-hmm.
So I will do that. Since I'm in combat with one, I'll do another roll. Since I doubt he will let me go.
Not if he can help it.
Yeah. 8 total.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep.
I am zipping 2 range bands back. Away from it.
Mm-hmm. We'll say over to one side so that you're not backing into the other guys.
Yeah. And yeah, I'll basically just be playing keep away with them.
Alright. After several minutes of this, when they realize that they can't get within range of you, they break off and start heading into the woods.
Does one look like they're lagging a bit?
But when they break off, they basically group up and then retreat as a group.
Okay. With my perfect memory, I still remember where that phone was, right? Did it get trampled?
That's a very good question. There's been a lot of running around and bouncing around.
Yep.
I'm going to roll a d10. You're going to pick high or low.
I will say low, considering my luck.
You know what? I'm going to roll it on the die roller so everybody can see it. All right, so you were high or low? Which did you say?
I'll say low.
All right. So if it's low, the phone is fine, since I assume you want the phone to be fine.
Yes.
Hey.
The phone is fine.
I'm gonna swipe.
Probably.
I'm gonna swipe the phone, and send another text to the group chat. Played keep away. They've retreated. I'm coming back.
Like halfway through ordering an Uber, like, Okay.
Did you find the dude?
As he will activate Heavenly Stride and start zipping back to the city.
Mm.
No, just his phone. And they ambushed me at the exact spot that his phone was at when he called. They might have been werewolves.
Or they made him into one?
Entirely possible. I'll be with you in a second. And then, since he has Penelope's number, still, he's going to call her.
It rings and rings 3 or 4 times, and it goes to messages.
The other band is werewolves. Wait, no.
He'll leave a message like, "Hey, so there's a problem we need to discuss. Call me back as soon as possible," and then hang up.
Less than a minute later, you get a call back.
Hello.
This is Penelope.
Hey, I just got ambushed by werewolves.
You hear shit. Where at? Here in town? I thought we'd cleared them suckers out.
North.
Well,
One of the people who one of my team that disappeared gave me a call, and I figured, hey, I'd at least go check it out. And turns out, ambushed by a whole pack.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Any blood in the area? I mean, do you think they got your man?
No. There was absolutely no sign of a struggle whatsoever, just his phone. So I'm leaning towards they might have been turned at some point previously.
That's possible. They
Anyway,
changed back when we kill them, so none of the ones we killed in town were. Were any of your employees?
There were 5 in total, so yeah, I basically just played keep away with them until they got bored and left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I imagine your speed to make it hard for them to catch you.
Yeah, I figured since you were involved with the first go-around, you needed to know now, because an entire pack still active is a problem.
Yeah. There's just so much empty land out there to search.
Yep.
Damn it, I was hoping we'd gotten them all.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd gotten them all too.
Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for keeping things held down while we were getting sent every which way by the gods.
Yeah, well, guess we had to. If you could resend your contact information. My phone got trashed in one of the fights. Otherwise, I would have texted you and let you know, what had gone on with your people.
Well, this is my number.
Well, I kind of meant your bands.
Oh, got it.
Contacts. I know for sure Penelope had your number and Sasha's.
Yeah.
Probably everybody's, but at least those two.
I mean, technically, Penelope had Jaden's number on a paper.
Okay.
I know you were in touch with Sasha and I, so I'll at least get our numbers to you. Do you want the rest as well?
Sure, if they're willing, just send them all. Send any of them to this number. I'll make sure I have a backup copy this time.
Right, will do. Should probably have a meeting to discuss what to do going forward if there's another active pack.
All right. We've gathered some information on who might be behind this.
Right. It looks like they were heading north, deeper into the wilds area. If it was just one,
they might have been hoping to lure you into the woods so they could jump you again. Cut down your maneuverability.
I can't be stopped in the woods, unfortunately for them. Fortunately for me too. Anyway, I will talk to them and see about getting you that information, and we'll figure out when we should meet up.
All right. Just let me know when's convenient for you.
Right.
we can rent one of the back rooms of the Rubicon, or meet at a park, or whatever y'all are comfortable with.
Got it. I'll let him know.
All right, talk to you soon then.
See ya. And then he'll just after he hangs up on Penelope, he'll just call Sasha, since he knows she's probably with the rest of them.
Yeah, about this point they were they had managed to get actually that fight only took you took a few minutes running around. We didn't roll that off to, but you took a few minutes running around before they gave up.
Yeah, we would have all been grouped back up.
They've managed to get into a vehicle and were driving towards the north of town. When you let them know that you're on your way back.
She'll put it on speaker. Just be like, "You're on speaker."
Hello.
Mm,
Don't give me that.
Werewolves?
Yeah, a whole pack of them. I already I called the other band, Penelope specifically, let them know. Figured since they dealt with the first batch, it wouldn't hurt having them along to deal with the second.
Exchange of information, most definitely.
Yeah, apparently her phone got trashed, so she's gonna need contact info again. I figured I'd say I'd let y'all know, whoever felt comfortable giving it to them.
sure.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's fine.
All right. I'll give you the number to text your contact info to then when we meet back up.
Meeting back up somewhere? What's going on?
Well, we need to meet up somewhere and discuss plan of action going forward, and then we can discuss with the other band. Because there was 5 of them that attacked me in an ambush style out there. Unfortunately for them, fortunately for me, I have a particular affinity for the woods and I'm fast as fuck, so they couldn't really catch me. But
Meet up tonight?
yeah, Talarius, is your place good?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah, it's fine.
I need to stop by my place, check on something, and then I'll meet y'all there.
All right. Bang a U-turn! Let's go!
Yeah, and then he'll hang up, and
Bang a
then
Yui.
he'll mentally reach out to the clones, like, how's the egg doing?
It's every now and then it rocks slightly.
I just want the damn thing to hatch. We only have 20 minutes.
It's
Gonna be next week.
3 weeks from now, it'll hatch.
One of the clones is like, keeping up with the time between it rocking, like its contractions.
Uh-huh.
As one does.
And as you're inquiring, one of them starts to hear kind of a tap, tap, tap on the inside.
Okay, he'll zip back to the safe house then. And,
one of the clones like,
the
should we
legend
boil
away.
water?
Sure. And he'll pull away from Heaven's Fire, activate Walk Unnoticed, and when he gets closer to his house. Or the safe house. And then he'll go inside.
Running at supersonic speeds unnoticed.
Well, no, he's running at supersonic speeds, and then, like, ducking behind in an alley and activating Walk Unnoticed and just sort of, like, jogging to the safe house at normal speeds after that.
It's much funnier if you're leaving out like a sonic boom that nobody notices. Nobody
Why does
notices
all
they
the
go
glass
deaf.
shatter?
Nobody notices all the glass shattering.
Well, I mean, that's why they don't notice. They can't hear anything anymore.
So yeah, you get back to the. Sorry, I was looking for that picture you had posted. Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when Connor Prime gets back to the safe house, yeah, the egg is visibly just kind of shaking back and forth. You can hear that loud tapping noise.
Mm-hmm.
In just a few minutes, kind of this little beak kind of pokes through.
Knew it was a dire turkey.
Now, as more of the head emerges, you realize it's not entirely a beak, but it's got a little hard bit on the nose. Which, well, I'm not sure how into nature Connor is, but lots of baby birds have an extra little hard bit on the front that kind of goes away over time.
Yeah.
This is definitely not a bird, though.
Okay.
As it starts kind of working its way out of its shell, tell everybody what it looks like. Not that anybody's there to see it except you, but
well, I can do one better. I can just post the picture.
Yeah, but we have an audience.
Yeah, but the audience.
Well, yeah, I know. Hold on. I'm copying the picture into the channel though while I'm describing. So,
damn, I really wanted that turkey.
Oh, shut up. So it is it's basically a wyvern. About 5.5-ish feet in length. All black scales, 2 curved horns that hook back. Its wings are kind of stubby and short for right now, because it is baby. It cannot fly yet. And yeah, that's about it. Really thick legs to help bear the weight of its body.
Streams are crossing.
Shush.
Every game, Dwagon.
It's me.
Wait, did we have a Dwagon in Vampire?
No.
Yeah, we did that.
We did have a dragon.
We did have a dragon.
We didn't have a dragon.
Yeah, at no point did y'all own him.
Jason just threw a Macaulay into the field.
Technically, Dwagon.
Yeah.
All right, there. I've thrown the art up.
Hey, there we go.
So everybody can kind of, anybody watching, kind of see what it is.
I'm not the best at descriptions. I'm sorry.
Dwagon.
Now that's probably an adult version.
That will be the adult version when it's 5 points fully grown. But
It's currently big.
Right now, it's a wee little baby thing.
Yes.
Only the size of a man.
Yeah. The adult version will be like the size of a bus, probably, if not larger.
That's why you get a shape changer.
Connor won't care. He's an agent of chaos.
Yep.
What are you going to do with the giant dragon flying around attracting everybody's attention? Sneak.
Parkour.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll pause and go, well, hi there.
It seems pretty exhausted when it gets out. When you start talking, it's kind of summertime neck spins around and it locks eyes with you. And then it opens its mouth and starts making noise. It's not quite like a baby bird.
I've got some meat that I can cook if you're hungry.
It just keeps making that noise looking at you. Expectantly.
Okay. All right.
Give it peaches, see what happens.
And he'll get some meat that he keeps. He'll run back to his house real quick, get some meat, and then bring it back and feed the dragon.
You start snapping at the raw meat you give it.
Okay. Also, Jason, dragon is female. And since dragons are intelligent in this universe, name is Shauna. Its true name is in parentheses, but that's the name he'll be introducing it as.
Okay.
Shit, I don't know if I need to keep true names secret from, like...
It's like you don't trust the party. I don't know about all this.
Uh-huh. And he'll the group chat is So I might be a little late.
Ah, great. No more werewolves.
He just backs up a little bit as the wyvern's eating, and he just snaps a picture of it.
I, since
Why?
they're all
Why is
together,
it's always you.
all of them still together. Like this is Connor.
Yeah, that's Connor.
Well, there's 3 Connors in the room. You'd think you could spare one.
One takes the picture. The other 2 are just like posing behind him or behind her.
He'll say, you know what? Why don't y'all come here?
Oh, that's terrifying.
He's revealing one of the safe
Where's
houses.
where is here? And are you going to feed us to the newly hatched dragon?
No, I'm not. I'm feeding the dragon right now, and Robert's technically been here already. Just don't make it obvious that you're coming here.
Looking at the rest of the group. No, we're never obvious going anywhere.
Yeah,
I'm-
not,
What? Me?
pets that you know aren't pets. Normal pets, anyway.
Get like a little dog hoodie for Spruce.
A very large cone.
Alright, so y'all make y'all's way to the safe house.
Yep, as stealthily and as unobviously as we can.
Yep. Samuel takes one look at your phone and is like, y'all have fun with that.
That feels about right.
No, I'm with you on this one, Sam. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, don't get eaten.
You'd have to explain that to Dad, so yeah.
Oh yeah, I would. Well, at least I'd be back on speaking terms with your mom, or with your stepmom.
Is it really worth it, though?
So anyway, y'all make it over to his spot. You walk in, and when you do the little dragon thing, which I was talking about being person sized earlier, but it's probably more like Smoochums and
Spruce.
Spruce at this point. Though Smoochums is probably getting larger as he gets more powerful.
He's beefy boy.
Mm-hmm.
He 5 points, so
But
Well, he's the size of like a full-on gator now.
I wonder if.
well, he's hitting a growth spurt at the very least.
I wonder
Yeah.
how big Spruce would get when I get him to 5 points.
Yeah, the dragon. I'd imagine he's probably between like 4 to 5 feet in length, and like standing up on both legs is.
Yeah. But some of that length's gonna be tail too. So
Yeah.
but it takes a
They're
very
wide.
defensive posture when strangers walk in.
It's fine. They're my friends.
You know, it's little scrawny wings spread out. Its head comes up, mouth wide open. Makes kind of a hissing noise.
No.
Not quite like a snake. Not quite like an alligator or crocodile, but a little bit more similar to that. Definitely gets a reaction out of Smoochums.
yeah, Smoochums is probably like, reptile buddy.
Who immediately drops his disguise and is hissing back at it.
No, it's baby.
It's making an aggressive noise.
Connor would
Mother.
get in front of the dragon, like
Or
patting
the
on the
create
snout. It's like,
violence.
no, they're my friends. You
Mother,
don't need to threaten them.
It calms down a little bit.
Gets it some more meat.
I have like a thing of jerky. I just chuck like some jerky at it.
The entire jerky pack just in the package still. Take whatever you want.
Snatches out of the air, chokes on the plastic container. There goes Connor's pet. I hope you have.
No.
Dragons
Sasha
were
probably-
endangered.
Sasha probably had leftover pizza that she took and just maybe pepperoni. And...
Oh yeah, giving people food. First day out of the egg, giving people food.
Absolutely.
Mm,
Sasha would be that aunt.
Dogs. I wonder what it would do to a dragon thing.
Sasha would be that aunt that just like gives nieces and nephews ice cream, coffee, all the candy they want.
Mhm.
It's like, hey, you want to watch Pulp Fiction? And then send them back to their parents with a drum kit.
mm.
Uh,
But yeah, he's it's like, well, I have a
Dragon.
friend. Yeah.
once everything's calm and y'all start talking, the dragon finishes up the meat. It's keeping a leery eye on the other animals, though. Starts gnawing on little pieces of its shell.
So yeah, she came out of the shell.
How much does Connor know about biology?
He knows some.
Does he know about sex in a crock?
No.
Yeah, you have to.
There's things he'd have to do to check
To
see what gender it was right away.
Yeah, I said so. They came out of the shell.
We're coming out of the shell and they were doing
Shush.
just fine.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're gonna say dragon immediately, but is that actually like? Is there some weird Shin name for it?
I mean, technically, no. This is more of a.
It's more of a European dragon.
A European wyvern more than anything else. And he's just has the head in his lap and just stroking the ridges.
Still kind of gnawing on a little bit of shell. Its eyes are half closed. The one facing the other animals is still cracked open.
It's like a very giant, very scaly cat.
Basically.
It's definitely acting less dog-like than Spruce, obviously, but even than Spruchum's. Which is weird considering Spruchum is part cat.
Mm-hmm.
But you treat him like a dog, so he's tended to act like a dog.
Oh.
So now what? Now you just like you have a dragon, and now what?
I need to ask Gramps and the Kadama, but I'm thinking I'm responsible since I brought them back here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh huh.
So I need to raise it and
Take it on walkies.
that'd be a sight.
Somebody from the government may want to talk to you, bringing in an invasive species from another continent.
Yep.
Scion branch of the food and drug. Or would it be food and drug or would it be customs?
Just
They may all want to talk to him.
like, was there any thought to like, where are we gonna keep it? What's its name? Where are we gonna, I feel like I'm being the parent here. I don't like that.
People keep pigeon cages on top of their roofs. Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
I think that's kind of our theme right now. We'll figure it out. Gentle pat on Tularius' shoulder, like, calm down. There's plenty other things we can all worry about than tiny, adorable wyvern. Tiny, figuratively, compared to what it'll probably get.
Yeah. Connor, browsing, wyvern to see how big they can get.
It seems to vary from myth to myth.
Yeah. What's the range?
Small to big.
like horse size, not counting the tail and wings, to, I don't know, 15, 30 feet. It pretty decent sized.
He's going through that going, huh. So they can
Uh-huh.
either get up to the size of a horse from around 15 to 30 feet.
Either way, werewolves. What? We're all coming here to discuss that.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, he'll like pull up the numbers. Like, for those of you who want to send their contact info, this is Penelope's number.
Doing that while still chattering.
Yeah, I'm, as much as I hate to say it, Penelope kind of agrees. But I think the reason why a lot of the team that I had hired had vanished is they might have been turned.
What's the word about werewolves? Is it lupines? Is it werewolves? Is it something weird that I can't pronounce?
It's werewolves.
Alright.
So yeah, it's just werewolves and
Liking.
yeah. I mean, there wasn't any sign of a struggle at the site, and he'll pull out the phone, toss it to Hilarious. Like this was his phone, and it was just that, and then bam, 5 werewolves attack.
See what I can get out of this.
Is there any? Because Jaden had said something about Gaia. I can't remember the exact terms, but like,
Showing interest in the area.
yeah, showing interest in the area. Would Sasha know if Gaia has any affinity for like werewolf creatures or anything like that?
Give me a cult roll.
I'm also gonna roll
4
this
successes.
because
Okay.
that's my great grandmama.
Grandmama.
I don't have a cult, otherwise I'd roll. But yeah.
A little bit of a cult.
I'm about to say I do have a cult, but Connor is not entirely on the up and up of the Greek pantheon.
Mhm.
Oh, 2 successes. Look at that.
He's more concerned with the Shin, and because he started learning a cult, the Netjer,
Mhm.
because Sasha.
As a goddess of the earth, she has some domain over beasts. She has been known to sick creatures on people. Werewolf specifically, no, not really.
Okay.
There's not really much of any kind of myths that cross the Greek gods with werewolves.
Okay.
Like
In some ways,
are
think of werewolves as more of the more folklore, and the god stuff is more the religion.
Yeah.
Now,
For some
turning
reason,
people into
I think-
monsters was totally a Greek thing, though. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe they
Let's
did
see.
something she didn't like, but
but
werewolves?
specifically werewolves and Gaia, no, you're not really pulling up anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than
Werewolves are
White
like-
Wolf references.
that
A lot of
might have
those
been
come
where my
up.
brain was like,
I think werewolves are like Tuahadadanin.
possibly, or maybe even
Virtually every culture on
Mm.
the planet had some version.
some kind of
A
were
version
creature.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Places that don't have wolves, there would be tigers or, elephants in one spot.
Were
Were-elephants.
crocodiles.
You always had people turning into animals.
Mhm.
I wonder if there's more activity with dryads and whatnot up north, like it is south.
So you're saying we leave for like a month and come back and everything's worse?
Sounds about right.
All right. Well, I guess time to get to work.
Then again, Mom did tell me that Grandma was looking at this place.
It's fucking Nebraska.
Exactly. No
It's
one
called
would think.
Olympus.
It's almost
There's
like the
an
name may
Olympus-
have fate bound the city.
Maybe.
Which might be why all this shenaniganry is happening.
There's an Olympus in Las Vegas. is that city also fate bound?
I mean,
I guess in Nevada.
we could call and see if they have a local band and ask them if they're having the same kind of shenanigans.
Oh man, every day, all day, every day.
It is entirely. I mean, it's something we could do.
Do we want to go back and check the area during the day, perhaps? Before or after meeting up with the other band for information?
I'd say let's meet up with them first, get all the information we can, since they fought one of the packs before.
All right, well, let's get to work then.
When do we want to set up the meeting with them?
Probably the sooner the better.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to set up a meeting now?
What time of evening is it?
Oh, let's say you and your grandparents got together for dinner around 7. You probably got the text from Connor around 8:30.
So it's probably 9:30, 10
so
o'clock.
Yeah, y'all drove from the north of town back to Delirious, then to wherever Connor's safe house is. So yeah, it's a little late. It's getting a little late now.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the morning. Maybe meet them for breakfast or early lunch.
Where at?
Let's meet them tomorrow. Or sometime soon.
Could always meet them at the park or at the Rubicon. Rubicon does have back rooms.
Yeah. We could do that.
Maybe more prudent than having people listen in. No, the two bands back together talking. Look at that. Let's all get our cameras out and take pictures.
Well, there's also the two bands back together talking. What shit has happened?
Yeah.
I need to show you guys tablets sometimes.
Right. Did we ever tell them that Gaia was active in the area?
No.
No.
I don't think that's come up.
Ish.
Connor will pause, pull out her phone, and text Penelope. He's like, did you get the rest of their numbers?
Yeah, if they send them, she lets you know they sent them.
Yeah.
He'll send a response text. I think it. We were informed recently as well that Gaia is active in the area. Just fair warning.
Just fair warning.
Just fair warning. Recently informed.
When we knew before we.
She doesn't need to know that.
No, Connor is Agent of Chaos. He's just like, so we were recently informed that Gaia is active in the area.
There is a long pause before there is a response. We need to meet up tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, we were just debating what time tomorrow, actually, before we sent a suggestion. What time's good for you?
Get breakfast.
Is there anywhere good in town that has breakfast?
Yes.
Actually, he'll go, hold on. He'll just call her.
This works better.
God, Connor's the worst person.
He absolutely is.
Yeah. If something like that, if somebody like that is active in the area, we need to talk sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
So a breakfast meeting would be my preference. We could push it out to lunch if we just have to.
Breakfast is fine.
Yeah. Does the Rubicon serve breakfast?
It does not. It's open by lunch. It does not serve breakfast.
What about lunch at one of the back rooms of the Rubicon so we can talk privately?
She names off a couple other restaurants that do serve breakfast that have back rooms.
Oh, those work too. I'm not picky. I just rather not have the whole like, oh, the two bands are getting back together after one of them came back getting sent off to go do something for the gods. What happened now?
She's like, we'll likely get some of that regardless.
Yeah, that's true.
Both of our groups are pretty distinctive and recognizable.
Yeah.
But alright, yeah. Y'all set up a meeting at,
I just realized he called her when he's literally has a dragon in his lap.
Uh-huh.
Is it asleep or is it making noises?
It seems to be asleep.
Okay, good.
So anyway, y'all set up the appointment. She will be there with her entire band.
All right.
And then with that, she gets off the phone.
Connor looks at the rest of his band and is like, so, Artemis just warned us about this when we got back, right?
You didn't have to say anything. You didn't have to say anything. We could have been
right, Talarius, right?
You could have just waited until we were all together.
Right.
And you
I
could have
mean,
just
they
waited
wouldn't
till
be
we were...
looking at Talarius anyway. They'd be looking at me.
No, but
Unless
Talarius is
they-
the one currently arguing with Connor.
Unless
Okay.
they bring it up. We don't bring it up again.
Fair
We
enough.
told her.
Yeah. But if
She's
it's brought up.
very clever.
See-
She'll remember.
See, I think they have a Greek Scion in their group, so they should know, if nothing else.
No one told Talarius, and
Oh,
Yeah, my
Their father is
Talarius
fucking hates
and their and their father are not like on good terms
exactly.
because of
But-
his stepmother.
But still, if just because your mother told you doesn't mean that whoever is part of the Greek pantheon in their band would get told.
That's true. Artemis is one of the big 12. Big 13 if you count Pluto.
We
Well,
play it by ear.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
We were gone for a month and a half. They didn't contact us that there were werewolves, happening, and
Yeah, they just took care of it.
Well, apparently her phone got trampled in a fight.
That's
so-
kind of.
I know. He just huffs.
I'm literally always on Facebook for some shit. They could have just dinged me.
Yeah, they could have.
Let's go into this cordial and wanting to solve this problem. Let's not have a pissing contest.
Well, I'm not intending to have a pissing contest. This is more of, oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we totally didn't withhold this information from them.
Doesn't come up, they'll never know.
Exactly. I suggest we leave all pets, perhaps at home.
Everyone
Not in the
pointedly
same room.
looking at the dragon.
Everyone pointedly looking at the dragon.
I'm not saying that they're not adorable and fantastic, but
Where
We-
would we fit that in a restaurant?
if we already draw a lot of attention, probably leave Smoochums at home, probably leave Spruce at home as well if possible.
That's that. I can turn my pet into a giant pit bull privilege.
Yeah, but the restaurant might not allow animals anyway.
Yeah.
That's more for sneaking around out in public. I'm not going to take a. Even if I had. No, I'm not taking. No. Let's try and leave all creatures, great and small, at home.
Okay.
All right. So y'all, we need to wrap up. So y'all got y'all's plan
What time are we meeting up in the morning?
for breakfast. We didn't
Breakfast
specify beyond that. I mean,
9
y'all
9
would
o'clock.
have, but
Yeah.
We can continue a little later since we started later.
But get Duba in it for next week.
Yeah.
True.
yeah, we're not
It's a
gonna,
good.
we're not going to
It's
do
a
the
good
meeting until
stopping
next week.
point. Yeah.
So anyway, eventually y'all retire for the evening. Everybody goes back to their spot. Connor, before you turn in for the night, you're walking out the front door. Are you staying at the safe house that the dragon's at the moment?
Connor will be.
So yeah, before you get ready to turn in for the night, it's already conked out. It's made a little nest for itself.
Mhm.
You're walking by the front door and you see a envelope laying by the door. It looks like somebody might have slid it under the front door.
Uh-huh. He'll look at it.
It's sealed shut with a little peach-shaped scratch-a-sniff sticker.
That's fantastic.
Because of course it is.
I love it.
Yeah, he'll first thing, because this is obviously a dad. He'll scratch the scratch and sniff sticker,
Smells like a peach.
and then he'll open it.
I mean,
Looks like a peach.
not super
Smells
like
like
a
a
peach, like you'd expect a peach scratch-a-sniff snicker to.
Kind of like
sticker
a peach ring.
Ooh, those are good.
But there's a letter in there. It just says you should come see me.
So give me the black hat we know.
And it's there is an address to a particular mountain in well, it's in China. I won't beat around the bush about it. You need to come see me.
GPS that.
Clearly, you need to come see me at my home.
Oh my god, but I'm gonna need you to roll up into China for me and climb a mountain.
Look, he's bounced over to America a couple of times to see Connor. It's only fair.
One of us can instantaneously transport. It's not Connor.
Is everybody else still there when
I gotta
he goes,
spend a
when he
legend.
gets up, or did they all?
This is when you're getting ready to turn in for the night.
Okay.
It's like you're brushing your teeth and you walk through the living room. It's like, oh crap.
Mm-hmm. And he'll group text. Is anybody still awake right now?
Nobody's still awake. It'll happen.
Hilarious is awake.
Yeah. Sasha's sitting there staring out the window like
Sad music playing.
Oh, she's just like, this is what is going on. This went so different in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious response is like, I'm awake? Question mark.
That seems very uncertain of your awakeness.
He will respond after all those is, I just got a message from Dad.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
All it says is, I need to come see him at his home immediately.
Okay.
Well, we're doing this meeting in the morning.
His
If you
home
need-
is in China.
Casual trip to China.
If you need
Casual
to
trip.
go, we'll fill you in.
We'll discuss this further in the morning.
Yeah.
Get
And
some sleep.
then everybody tries to get some sleep.
Nobody
with
gets
that.
any kind of sleep.
Nobody sleeps.
Connor,
Nobody
immediately.
sleeps.
Connor probably sleeps.
All right,
Yeah.
so that wraps
Because
us
chaos.
up. Do we have any other games going on currently?
Yes, we do.
There's a one shot
Yes.
tomorrow, isn't there?
No, it's a full-on campaign.
Oh, I did not know. Now I feel bad.
Yeah. JT
It
will
was
be
just one shot.
running D&D 5th edition game. Where is it? It is called Foul Scala Knights.
Homebrew?
It is D&D 5th edition. It is homebrew.
Cool.
Then Thursday.
Should be A Knight's Ransom. I think that one's still going on.
Mhm.
Saturday is the Stolen Cities.
Mhm.
Are they getting close to a
If
season?
they haven't wrapped yet, they're pretty close.
The Troubleshooters have wrapped up on Monday.
This Monday, I will be running a one-shot.
I
this
was thinking that
coming
was this one.
Yeah.
And what is the name of the game?
You awaken in a strange place. It's 2d6, something to write with, something to write on, and your imagination.
And then Tuesday, of course, we'll be back. Hopefully,
our
with
streak
less
alive.
drama and technical
Hopefully.
issues this time.
Also, Sunday also has a game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's straight to YouTube right now.
Okay, you're gonna start writing up schedules and sending them to me.
I'm just gonna yeah.
Though, admittedly, I had been told about this one and I had forgotten. But that one is
I would
not streaming;
say-
it's just coming up on YouTube.
It's just going
Oh,
straight.
probably they'll probably end up updating it down below our video too.
Yeah,
And we
quite
can
possible,
cheat
quite
and look
possible.
down there.
So anyway,
could probably
thank
do it
everybody
for
that
me.
came by. I'm not sure how many folks are still with us, but I know we got hosted by Chibi Girl and Rap. Anyway, thanks for coming by. Hope everybody had fun. I enjoyed running. Hope my guys had fun. And we will see you next week.
Yeah.
Almost certainly, because we got to keep our streak going.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Keeping the streak alive out of pure determination.
And spite.
Absolutely.
Mostly spite.
Mostly.